One of the earliest references I can find to the question, who are you, goes way back to ancient Greece, where know thyself was one of the three Delphic maxims inscribed on the temple of Apollo at Delphi. Know yourself. Become who you are. That's the advice you'll hear everywhere there's any discussion of personal development, including right here. Those glib exhortations sound great, even profound, but what does it really mean to know yourself? What exactly are you recognizing, recognizing, re-knowing, becoming reacquainted with? Well, the implication is that there's something about you, some hidden depth that you've somehow forgotten. How can that be? Is it really true that there's some solid, immutable core within you that's hidden beneath the layers of mistaken beliefs, expectations, conditioned behaviour, and general busyness of life? A lot of personal development gurus will tell you that you can grow and evolve and become somehow more. If that's the case, then yourself, the inner core of your being, can't be solid, fixed, immutable. Can it? Well, in my experience, yes, there is an inner core of your being that's become deeply buried throughout your life. Sometimes it shows itself, usually in unguarded moments, but most of the time you live on autopilot. Your decisions, your actions, your interactions with other people, all are driven primarily by the force of habit and not by conscious choice. When I say know yourself, what I mean is become familiar with your personal values, your core values, because those are the voice of your conscience. They're what governs how you decide what's right and what's wrong, and they guide your decisions, your actions, and your behaviour. If you know these things and you keep them in mind, you'll make better decisions. You'll take better actions and you'll have better relationships with those around you. By better, I mean you'll achieve outcomes that serve you best and that give you a sense of rightness in your life. Knowing yourself in this way also allows you to discard your limiting beliefs and replace them with something more true to your values, something positive and growth-oriented rather than negative and limiting. But what about your inner core? Does that change and evolve too? Well, my take on that is that what changes and grows is your knowledge of yourself and your confidence in the truth within you and in your ability to live day to day in full alignment with it. There isn't a moment when, with a sudden flash of insight, you know everything there is to know about yourself and become magically transformed into some sort of enlightened Buddha-like being. There certainly is a moment when you know for certain that there's more to you than you've realised up to now. From that moment on, you begin to discover more, which often leads to changes in how you choose to live your life. Those changes lead to more discoveries, which lead to further change, which leads to even deeper discoveries, and so on. Learning in this way is a lifelong process where you become ever more authentic. And authenticity leads to transformation and a sense of fulfillment in your life. Personal development is not about transforming you into someone or something else. It's about becoming ever more yourself, your true self, free of mistaken beliefs, conditioned behaviours and fear-driven reactions. The ancient Greeks knew this 3,000 years ago, but don't take their word for it or mine. Explore it for yourself. I'll show you how to get started on your own voyage of discovery, but where it takes you is up to you.